What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy, with RTS Mobile Gaming. I am bringing you another fantastic Foundation Galactic Frontier video for you today. In today's video, we're talking about ship components. Where do you get them? What do you do with them? And what are the best ways to set them up? And man, that was a word salad, wasn't it? So let's start with where you get them. The Ascendancy Shrines are one of the best places in the game to pick up components and materials for upgrading your flagship components. At the level 170 shrine in the level 9 region, I can pick up a purple piece of equipment blueprints. I can pick up a legendary equipment blueprint. I can pick up blue and purple full components. And most excitingly, at level 170 shrine, you can pick up entirely complete legendary flagship components, which I was lucky enough to pick up earlier today. Oh, perfect timing. Let's look at what the kill cam looks like. Dark Angel, shout out to Dark Angel, one of my guild members. Dark Angel picked up 2 blue components, 19 blue modules in order to upgrade components, 3 legendaries, oh my goodness, 3 legendary blueprints and 1 purple blueprint. That is a great loot drop. Not everybody is that lucky, but this is what you can get by clearing the level 170 shrine. This Ang trader got 2 legendary components and some blues and purples, so you really get some good loot by doing it. In fact, earlier today, I was able to pick up an entirely complete, let's see, is it this one? Here you go. An entirely complete kinetic radar, composite armor, I apologize, not a radar. But by attacking this shrine every day, 4 times if you have the black monthly pass, 3 times if you don't, you can get some great loot, sometimes entire components, which are quite difficult to obtain. Once you have those flagship components, you want to equip them to your ship. Now, here on my screen, I have my second kinetic ship. If you want to know why I'm running 2 kinetic ships, I did a video on that a few days ago. Check my channel to look at the anti-meta second kinetic ship setup. It is a really powerful PvP setup, but for today's flagship component discussion, we're talking about purple components. You may be wondering to yourself, Randy, if you got a legendary composite armor earlier today, why are you not using it? That is a great question, Randy, to ask to myself. And let's talk about that. Using purple pieces of equipment, when you have them broke through, which we'll talk about in about 2 seconds, you're going to gain a bunch of bonus stats as well as additional levels. Since I don't have additional components to break through this legendary composite armor, I'm going to actually gain better stats by utilizing higher crit resistance and this level 40 max level on my broke through purple gear. Now, the best place to highlight this is looking at a level 50 piece of gear, and that is going to be this thruster, okay? Because at level 50, I have broken through this piece of equipment 2 times. You can break through your equipment the first time at level 30, and then you can break through it a second time at level 40. In order to break through that equipment, let's go ahead and go back to this one. I'm just jumping all over the place today. You're going to go ahead and get it to the max level 30 out of 30 to break it through the first time. Then you get it to 40 out of 40 to break it through the second and final time. You can only break through each component twice. Breaking through the opponent will give you bonus crit stats, bonus base stats, and unlock 10 additional levels up to a maximum level of 50. We're going to go ahead and click breakthrough, and here you can see that I actually need 4 equivalent pieces. Excuse me, I'm getting a little throat thing. You can break through this piece of equipment from level 40 to 50, but I need 4 equivalent rarity pieces to consume to make that happen. But if I am able to do it, you can see I gain from 6 to 9% crit resistance. I get a lot of bonus HP and defense. And again, it allows me to level this gear up to level 50, giving myself great rewards. Now that we know how to break through and what it's good for, this thruster has been broken through 2 times. So I've gone from 3% base crit rate to 9% total crit rate on this piece of equipment, and my stats are really great. If I were to switch this, for example, to a level 30 piece of equipment that is actually empowered, so it has bonus stats, but this legendary thruster on my beam ship is only level 30. It's not broke through at all. And you can see that by switching, I would technically be gaining 7,000 power, but for what? What is it giving me? I'm losing 4% crit rate. I'm losing 2,600 HP. I'm losing 63 defense. The only benefit is because this piece of equipment, this legendary thruster, has a +1 empowerment, which we'll talk about in a minute, I'd be getting some command bonus. So it would actually be a substantial downgrade for me to go from a level 50 purple to a level 30 non-awakened, non-broke through, non-empowered piece of equipment. To go to level 40, which means this piece of equipment has been empowered, this piece of equipment has been broken through one time. It has a level 30 breakthrough, okay? And in addition to that, it happens to be empowered, so it has +4 to it, which is going to give me some bonus stats and 4 command. Only at this point would I consider switching from purple to legendary. So this ship has 3 pieces of equipment that have received a breakthrough. It has some beautiful sections here, and then these top 2 aren't broken through yet. But the reason why I'm not using purples instead of these legendaries is because at 5-piece legendary, you actually gain 10 additional command points. 10 additional command points in this game is 8% bonus damage. That's how it scales at 10 command points. I've also been able to empower the gear, which we'll talk about again in a second. But let's go back to the 3-piece set bonus. The 3-piece legendary bonus gives you 20% stats. So that's why I was saying if you have purples and you only have 2 legendaries, just keep the purples on. If you have some purples, but you have 3 legendaries, now it's worth taking a look at the stats and deciding, okay, how close can you get it in the crit stats? Is it worth the trade-off to go from 10% bonus stats to 20? Because again, with the purple set bonus, you're only getting 10% bonus stats for those, for your attack, defense, and intellect. Empowering is really great. They don't unlock empowering until after the level 9 star opens up for capture. At that point in Season 1, you will unlock the empowering of the legendary gear. You cannot empower purple gear today. You can empower legendary gear. You don't have to have the legendary gear leveled up. Doesn't have to be broken through. You can empower legendary gear at level 1, period. You empower it by consuming prismatic cores. That's these materials you see down here. You consume prismatic cores and you consume gold or the galactic coins, whatever you call them, in order to empower the gear. Empowering the gear is going to give you bonus stats as well as command points per empowerment. In addition to that, as you continue to level up your gear and you empower it to level 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, each one of these gives you a unique additional set bonus. So at +3, I'm getting 5% damage reduction. At +6, I will have both of these bonuses, so I'll have 5% damage reduction and 5% damage increase. At 9%, it is really powerful. You get an additional 10% damage reduction. This is a really big deal. You're going to see a massive difference, players who have +9 versus players who only have +1 or 2. It is going to be a massive, massive advantage to have that, so definitely make sure you are empowering your gear. As you consume those prismatic cores in order to empower the gear, your chance to finish the upgrade actually drops. I believe it's 50% chance to go from level 0 to level 1 empowerment, and it's only an 8% chance per tick to level up from 4 to 5. And you do want to get this sucker up to at least +9 to get those great bonuses. All right, some other key things you want to know about flagship components. The actual control cube changes the unit type on your ship. So if I happen to switch my control cube from beam on my beam ship and I happen to put on something else like ion, I am going to lose, first of all, my ship's going to change color, but I'm going to lose all the stat bonuses I get from my beam heroes and my beam units because now this is an ion type ship. So make sure no matter what, your control cube can match, oh no, where did I go with it? Oh no, oh God, oh did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Make sure your control cube matches the unit type on your ship. I guess you could use, if you didn't have enough, you could use 1 or 2 pieces that don't match the set if you don't have a full set without getting punished, as long as the control cube matters. But yeah, make sure you're doing your best to match the ship types. And that's really it, guys. Not a whole lot else to tell you about this. If you guys have liked today's content, like and subscribe down below. And again, thank you to Ludify for sponsoring today's content. I love you guys long time. We are Randy.